and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Rain, snow, or shine, John Henry's is here to keep your home's plumbing systems working properly no matter what kind of weather Nebraska throws at us. From unclogging toilets and drains to installing new water heaters and water treatment systems, John Henry's is your plumbing expert in the Lincoln and Omaha communities. Visit us at calljh.com or call
John Henry's.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
and electrical.
Welcome in to the Get Your Happy On Hour, featuring former Husker receiver Ricky Simmons.
Welcome to the Get Your Happy On Hour. I'm your host, Ricky C. Simmons. This is 93.7 The Ticket. Man, I got to give a big shout out to Matt Warner. Empire Fencing, man. You guys are doing big things, and I just always want to show you love because I appreciate the support that you give me. Big shout out to somebody that's no longer a teenager.
Wow.
Do you know who I'm talking about, Ben?
I know who you're talking about.
Who would I be talking about?
You may be talking about me.
What?
Woo!
Happy birthday to my producer, Ben.
Thank you, Ricky.
He's no longer a teenager. Actually, he got one more year, though, before he can do a bar crawl.
Yeah, I can't be doing that yet. But, we're all good. But before we get the show started, we just have to take 10 seconds for a station identification because I forgot to play one during the break. So everyone just wait 10 seconds. I have to play this.
Give us 10 seconds.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
All right, now we're good.
We're good? All right, we back. Hey, I want to welcome everybody to the show, man. I got a guest tonight. I'm gonna get to him in just a second, but I want to set the stage for my guest. I'm always picking my guests, and I like to choose people that I feel are productive people, humble people that have been successful and that still is successful, and maintain humility. That's real important to me. Humility. It's just a good look. It's a sign of class. And a lot of times when people have success, they forget humility. And I try to stay away from those type of people. I understand that they are going to be who they are. And that's all good. I ain't mad at them. But I just prefer to be around people that carry themselves with class and humility. So I got a whole bunch of questions for this young man coming on. And I want you guys to listen in. I think you're going to learn something. You're actually going to be really impressed. Mark Moore, welcome to the show, man.
Thanks for having me. It's about time you got me on here, man. I've been waiting and waiting and waiting.
Well, Mark, man, you're such a busy man. I had to pick the right time because, first of all, I didn't want you to tell me no. So,
well, you were never going to get no. We might have to reschedule or do something like that, but you weren't going to get a no. You know that.
Well, Mark, again, man, thank you for me taking time out. And I forgot to say Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right.
And I just remembered that because Ben spent most of the day. Was it yesterday?
No, it was today.
It was today? Okay, you spent yesterday. And, you spent some time yesterday.
Yeah, a little bit yesterday. Yeah. Mostly today, though.
Okay. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. And I just want y'all to know that for those of you that have mothers, I appreciate them. I don't have that luxury anymore, but, I think about my mother all the time. So it's not just on this day, but this day I do miss her a little more than most.
Yeah. And let me say Happy Mother's Day to my wife, Holly, who you already know already. And,
right. Happy Mother's Day, Holly. How you doing?
She's great. She's great. She's in here monitoring. She's my Ben. You got your Ben there. She's my Ben.
she running things. See, without Ben, which y'all don't know, without Ben, I couldn't do my show. because I have no skills doing what he do. And he makes me look good. And that's a tough job. So
I do my best, Ricky. I do my best.
I admire him for making me look good because that's a full-time gig, man. Well, hey, Mark, I got to start off with this here, man. You know, we got a bond because of athletics. And I it's hard to explain this part to people, especially people that maybe hasn't played sports. Yeah. But it's something about playing sports. It comes with a certain quality that most athletes, even if we don't know each other, we got something in common. Correct. And it just kind of really, how do I say this? I think it was really interesting when I first met you. I met you down actually in Tulsa because you played ball, but I had left Nebraska before you came to college. But it's just really funny how we met up, and we'll get to that. But I want to go back for a minute.
All right.
I want you to tell them, because at the end of the day, we homeboys.
Yep. Right down the road.
Hey, I want you to tell people where you're from, man.
Well, I'm not from Greenville, but I'm close enough.
What's the name of your hometown?
I'm from Nacogdoches, Texas.
Nacogdoches, man. Y'all don't know about Nacogdoches. That's East Texas, man.
Hey, that's the Piney Woods, Ricky. You know that. That's the Piney Woods. It don't get no better than that.
Oh, man. I'm laughing because I never would have thought I'd met someone, that was from where my mother's from, a town called Marshall.
Marshall, yeah.
Yeah, so Marshall, Longview, and all that, I'm real familiar.
They were all in Nacogdoches District back in the day. Yeah.
and my mom, growing up, every 2 weeks, my mom had several brothers and sisters that lived in Marshall, so we would go to Marshall every other weekend. And I see the signs, Nacogdoches, so many miles, Longview, Tyler, Gladewater. I mean, I see all these signs, but Nacogdoches used to throw me for a loop because I could never pronounce it.
Ricky, it took me a while to pronounce it and to spell it, but after I got it down, I'm good with it though. But good little town, man.
But hey, growing up in Nacogdoches, man, did you always like sports, Mark, or it was just something you just did for fun, or what?
Yeah, Ricky, I've always been into sports. I think it was one of the things that just, it just keeps you level-headed, and it definitely makes you work. You got to have that good work ethic. And, right. I've always, and even sports that I didn't like, Ricky, I was always, basketball is not my thing at all, but I played basketball to stay in shape,
Right.
Just to keep that win. And then track, good athlete, but I wasn't the fastest, but I was smart. You know what I'm saying? So, so you know how you have to have what you have to do.
You got to do what you got to do.
That's right. You got to fit it in where you can. But I've always been into sports, man, and it was just I think it was just one of those things. It kind of came natural to me. I grew up with 5 brothers and 1 sister, and I only had 2 of my brothers that really played sports. The other one, they really wasn't into sports. So, it's not like I had a family tree that kind of show me that line there. But I think I started off kind of like in baseball and just kind of went from there.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but Nacogdoches is a 1 high school town too, or it was at that time.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I mean, all those little Texas country town like Greenville, and we all had 1 high school.
But see, and I think that's to our advantage though, because you put all that talent into 1 school,
right.
You to make your way, you got to stand out. You got to do something to set yourself apart from everyone else, and I think that's why Texas, that's why the playing sports and everything there, it makes for good competition, and it's just a competitive way to grow up.
So now playing high school football at Nacogdoches, man, apparently you had a lot of success because you was highly recruited. What are some of the schools that recruited you?
Let's see, SMU, TCU, Texas A&M, Baylor. Oh shoot!
I think you said OU, didn't you?
Was that?
Then you say something about OU?
OU, well, yeah, it's funny. You said about OU. OU didn't really want to mess with me. I didn't even get a visit from OU, and and I ended up signing at Oklahoma State. So I do a lot of events, and we do a lot of events with Barry Switzer, and so one time after I went to Oklahoma State and graduated and stuff, and came back, I saw him at one event, and we were just sitting there talking. I said, Barry, I don't know what was going on. Y'all didn't even recruit me. He said, oh, yeah, if something happened and we didn't feel like that you were fast enough to play at OU. I was like, oh. But he did come back around and say, well, yeah, somebody dropped the ball on that one. Yeah.
So in other words, it was on them.
Yeah, it was on them. Yeah, it definitely wasn't on me, Rick.
No, you played defensive back in high school. Is that what you played? Or
Rick, I started off playing safety in the 8th grade by a coach that I admire, Coach Mike Michael. He was, how you got those cats in your school that been there forever and ever. It's just that family tree. And the Mike Michael tree was a big inspiration in Nacogdoches. And his name was Bo Mike Michael, and he put me at safety. I don't know, I guess somebody can just see something in you. And I played free safety, Ricky, from the time that I started playing football up until the time that I ended up. So he knew what he was talking. He knew where I needed to be, and I've always acknowledged him for that.
Well, one thing I did do yesterday, excuse me, actually yesterday, I did a little research. Man, and we're gonna get to this part too, but I gotta say this, man. I think you had some anger issues out there, man. I think you need anger management or something, man. Because every time you showed up on these highlights, I'm looking at you. You showed up with bad intentions, man. What's up with that?
Hey, Rick, it's funny you say that, man, and you being from playing with Nebraska and stuff. I actually, and I think it was 84. I'm almost for sure it was 84. We were playing you all in Lincoln, and man, I had a couple of late hits that was in the end zone. I know y'all had scored, and y'all were about 3 yards in the end zone, and I still lit up one of y'all guys. But to my coach, Pat Jones' credit, he made me after that game that next week. He called me into his office and he made me sit down and write an apology letter to Coach Osborne for those late hits. I had two late hits in that game, and so to this day I always remember that. That's the first time I've ever had to do that. That was the last time I've ever had to do it. But Coach Jones made me sit down and write an apology letter, and we sent it off, and Coach Osborne got it, and he did reply back, and he said he accepted apologies, and he knows it's just he knows it's just the heat of the moment and the battle of the game. And it kind of happened. I've always admired Coach Osborne, definitely for that, because I was in the wrong, and I know I was in the wrong, but it's just one of those things that happen.
It's that competitive nature. That's why I said all those highlights I watched of you, man. You showed up with bad intentions.
Yeah, well, that was my way of playing, Ricky. I knew one way of getting it done, man, and that's full speed. Like I told you, Coach Mike Michael, at an early age, instilled that in me to play every single down, like it's your last play, and I always played that way. And guys ask me, where I get all this hitting power, and I wasn't a big guy, but it was just that that competitive thing, man. I just did not want to lose, and and it just kind of carried over.
Well, one thing I will say, though, in my research, I noticed, man, that, you must have played as a freshman or something, because dude, you accomplished quite a bit. Can you share with us some of your accomplishments?
Yeah. I did start most of my freshman year. I think it was probably like in the third or fourth game of the season, I got in, and from there I didn't let it go, brother. You know how that goes. You get that ring, and you just gonna hold on to it. It's gonna be tough to get it away from you. So that was a good thing to do, and I think it's just I came in at the right time. We had a lot of older guys there too that were kind of helping me along. Rod Brown was one of my big inspiration guys that helped me out when I first got there. But it just carried over, Rick, and I became a All Big 8 my first couple of years, and then had a good run there for 3 years. I was three-time All-American, and I think we only have at Oklahoma State. There's probably two or three, probably about three-time All-Americans, and so it was just a good run for me. And it helps to be playing with some quality guys. Guys like Leslie O'Neal, John Washington, Thurman Thomas, and of course Barry Sanders. So all you got to have that dynamic. Everything has to come together to be able to accomplish things like that, man.
One thing I want to give Oklahoma State credit for, man, is in my playing days, actually my senior year, the '83 season, we were the number one team in the nation for 12 straight weeks, man. And the only real test we had during the season was Oklahoma State. I think we played y'all at Stillwater, and we only beat you by 4 points. I think it was 14-10.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys, man, I mean, y'all play hard. I mean, that school has always played hard, and I've always admired that. And I think they had a couple of guys, and I'm not sure if I get these names correct, but they were from Sherman High School, which I had played against in high school.
Chris Rockins.
Yeah.
I know Chris a bad dude, man. Love Chris. Yeah.
Chris, I played against him in high school too, because he was in my district. Sherman was in our district, when I was in high school, and I was like, man, because we was on the field, and he was like, he done drilled me. And then he gonna talk about when he helped me up, he's like, yo, Rick, when you going back to Greenville? I'm like, man, if you keep hitting me like this, I'm gonna go sooner than I play.
that sounds like Chris, though. Wonderful guy, though. Chris, I mean, and that's why I say we had some older guys that would kind of take you in, and Chris was one of those dudes that would do that, man. But it's funny you say that though about y'all squad, though, man, because I'm telling you, when I knew that I had to up my game when I got to the college level, I give all the credit to Irvin Fryer. Okay, and he doesn't even know that. I've met Irvin a couple of times, but man, that cat came around the corner one time, and I was 2 or 3 seconds late, and I knew right then that I had to get in the weight room. I had to get faster, and stronger, especially stronger too, because man, that's one thing about Nebraska. Y'all were always stronger, much faster and stronger than everybody else, man.
Well, that's a big shout out to Boyd Epley, man, because he always had us in there. I mean, after practice, even though that wasn't my thing. My thing was more speed, but Boyd had me in that weight room. He had Irvin in that weight room. I think the only person that didn't lift weights on my team was Mike Rozier.
Right. I can do that. Now I can really see that. I can understand that.
Mike would come into the weight room and be like a supervisor.
Yeah.
He's in there, but he ain't doing nothing. He's like, yo, Rick, lift that. Yo, Irv, lift that. I'm like, you lift something. He's like, I don't lift weight.
But see, Rick, that's the same thing you do with the events that we do all the time. He's doing all the talking.
Yeah.
while we doing all the work.
Yeah, he's real good at it too. But it was always funny because he was just blessed physically. And I think they allowed him not to lift weights because they didn't want him to stiffen up or tighten up.
Oh yeah, no, and he didn't have to, man. That was one good cat. Yeah.
Mike
all down the field, though.
Yeah, Mike was, when he showed up, he showed out.
Yeah, for sure. And always. I mean, that was, being on defense, man. When we watch film, it was always, man, we got to find some way to stop this cat. We can't let him beat us. We can let somebody else try to beat us, but we can't. We got to find some way to keep him in the box. But
funny thing, one of the funniest things I remember about Mike is he would run you over and then help you up.
Yeah.
And tell you good hit. Sure. He ran you over though. Just like, good hit.
But now him and Tom Rathman. Tom was a tough dude. Now, I got to give it to him. Yeah, Tom was a tough dude, but I had to get Tom back though. He went to he played at the 49ers, right? Right. 49ers, because when I was at Seattle, we had a preseason game, and he helped me make the team my first year because I had to let him have it. He was on kickoff return, so I had to give it to him a couple of times.
You say, Mark, you had to let him know that you was there. Huh?
Yeah, for sure.
So, Mark, after your career at Oklahoma State, you obviously had a lot of success. 3 times All-American. I mean, that speaks volumes right there alone. Now, you was drafted by Seattle, is that correct?
Yeah, drafted by Seattle in the 4th round. They didn't have a 3rd round pick that year, and so you know how that goes, Rick.
Yeah, right.
You miss out on that money that one little skip in there. That's the part I do hate about it. But drafted by Seattle, and went up there in '87, and had a pretty good camp. Had some injuries. You know how that goes, man. You get in that camp for the first time, and it makes it a little different.
Right.
But got over that and got into preseason and was able to make the team and to contribute on special teams quite a bit. My first year, I played behind Kenny Easley. Remember that cat? Yeah, Kenny was a bad dude. So he taught me a lot my first year there in the league, and so that was a good experience. And plus, we had some cats that were from Tulsa area, like Steve Largent. He was
right.
Brian Bosworth. He got drafted at the same time there. And I got to figure who we asked. Tony Woods, that was from Pittsburgh, and Dave Wyman was the 2nd round pick from Stanford. And then I was the 4th round. But yeah, we had some good guys that come in there.
How did you like living in Seattle, man?
I loved Seattle, man. And that was the first time I'd ever been out to Seattle. Didn't know nothing about Seattle at all. And it took me about a week, and I was feeling at home. You know how it is when you first get there. You don't have a car. You don't know where you stand. You know none of that. You just there, Rick. You just. But man, I tell you, it was some wonderful people. I'm still friends with a lot of people. Even that I knew way back then, man. But that was you know how things are, Rick. You know how life is, man.
Right.
It kind of puts you in the path of where you need to be at that time, and that was the perfect place for me at that time.
Well, now when you was there for how many seasons? Was it
3 years at Seattle? And, so
then you never went to like the World Football League, I believe.
Yeah. Well, I went to San Diego for 1 year. One quick year in, so not even a full season in San Diego, and then they came up with the World League in 91, 92. And so I got drafted by New York, New Jersey Knights in the World League. And, and for that time, Ricky, that was a perfect opportunity. I was still young enough where I still wanted to play, but I still needed to learn, more about that NFL. You know how that game is, man. You got all these kids that want to do it, but it's a whole different beast, man. But I went to New York and played 2 years there, and that was the best thing that could ever happen to me, man, because it gave me an opportunity to travel. We played in Barcelona, London, Frankfurt, Germany, and it was just and I know you probably wouldn't have been able to travel to those places, if that opportunity wouldn't have came up. So it just gave me a chance to, kind of explore something different and still be able to play the game that I loved and still, make some money too. So that's always a plus.
I look at the kid, I shouldn't call them kids, but the young men today. Yeah. And the contracts that they're receiving today. Yeah. Versus back when we were getting contracts. They were night and day different.
Yeah, man, big difference. I mean, but even though the big difference, I mean, Ricky, I was just as happy as I could be to get that signing bonus from Seattle when I first started.
Oh, absolutely.
They could have cut that in half, and I'd still. Hey, you know how it is coming from Texas. We didn't need a whole lot, but we just wanted a little something in our pockets. But
correct.
It was a blessing, though.
Well, hey, Mark, I want to take a quick break. Mm-hmm. If we can, we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come right back with you and talk about some other things that you got going on, okay? Don't you guys go anywhere. We're going to be right back on 93.7. The Ticket is to get you happy on hour.
Hey, Nebraska! Register today for the 40th Annual Cornhusker State Games, taking place July 11th through the 21st in Lincoln, Omaha, and other Nebraska communities. The Cornhusker State Games features 70 sports for athletes of all ages and abilities. Price increases are approaching, so register early and save. For details, go to cornhuskerstategames.com. Special thanks to Platinum Partner Farmers Mutual of Nebraska, delivering dependable insurance coverage for your auto, farm, and home for over 130 years. Farmers Mutual of Nebraska, always alongside you.
24/7 threat monitoring, expert tech support, streamlined communications. Allo has a solution for that. Protect your business with Allo Business. Comprehensive firewall security, Microsoft Teams voice integrated communications, cybersecurity and IT support managed by experts. From productivity to peace of mind, Allo has a solution for that. Allo means business. Protect your business by visiting allofiber.com/business.
Introducing The Outlet by Sartor Heyman. The Outlet brings you luxurious Sartor Heyman quality jewelry at unbeatable prices. Shop our expansive inventory of overstocked merchandise and a vast estate collection that just hasn't found its home yet. This is your chance to own stunning designer jewelry at a fraction of the cost. Elevate your style at The Outlet by Sartor Heyman, where luxury and affordability meet. Downtown at 12th and O or online at sartorheyman.com.
The end of the school year is drawing near, which means graduation parties are coming soon. Are you prepared for that if you're hosting? Fierce Cheese Spread is the dip that brings everyone together to celebrate graduations and to close out a great school year. And it goes well with crackers, meats, soups, and more. How could you throw a party without it? Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Fierce Cheese Spread. No graduation party is complete without it.
The best time to have your air conditioner serviced is before you really need it. Call Bryant now and schedule your spring air conditioning service check. No matter what brand equipment you have, Bryant's trained technicians will thoroughly clean, inspect, and test to make sure it's ready to cool efficiently when hot weather hits. You'll stay cool and comfortable when you need it most. Just call 467-1111 to schedule your air conditioning check. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
Far too many kids in our community face extreme challenges due to homelessness, abuse, and neglect. Despite the troubles these kids face, we believe in them. Believe in giving them the safety and stability they deserve. Your gift on Give to Lincoln Day will help us provide services to meet kids where they're at, while also showing them how far they can go. Please make your gift to Cedars on Give to Lincoln Day.
It's the Elway Power Sports Customer Expo, May 10th and 11th. There will be giveaways and free food, half-price tires, and factory rebates as large as $2,500. Used inventory price to sell, parts and accessory specials too. Register for the John Elway football giveaway and get a chance in the money machine with a new vehicle purchase. Factory and aftermarket reps will be on site for the event. The Customer Expo at Elway Power Sports, May 10th and 11th, just south of I-80 on 27th Street. Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstorats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
Back to the Get Your Happy On Hour, featuring former Husker receiver Ricky Simmons.
Hey, and we're back. Man, I gotta see. We got anybody that's any comments or anything?
Oh yeah, we got some comments.
Okay, well let me hear them.
Well, I'm going to read the first one, which is my favorite one, when Carla wished me a happy birthday. I appreciate that, Carla, a lot. I'm the big 20. Not 21 yet, though.
No, bar crawl next year. I hope it's a Monday night so you can still come to work.
Yeah, it's a Sunday night, Ricky.
Yeah, I know, man.
I don't know, man. I don't know if I'll be here.
I know, man. We're going to have to talk about that. We got a year. We got a year to work on that.
And then we had another couple comments. Jason said, I see you, big bro. Roberta Bell said, supporting from Vicksburg, Mississippi. And then David said, great job, Mark.
See that, man? Look here. Let me say this to everybody that made comments. Thank you. I appreciate y'all showing love, because basically what we're trying to do here, man, is have fun. You know, we're trying to educate and have fun at the same time. It's all positive. You know, we feel like negativity is already covered outside of this show, so we don't need to feed that. So we're going to stay focused on the positive. And again, I got to say it again. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, man.
Oh, man. Appreciate that, Ricky. I get 2 happy birthdays?
Yeah, man. You're doing big things, man.
I get 2.
Hey, Ben doing big things. Ben, he done left the teenage years, man. That's huge.
Ben. That's when you know you're doing good, when you get 2 birthday shouts out. You're doing it right.
You're doing big things, man. Say, Mark, I want to ask you this here, man. I know you know, we covered quite a bit in that first segment about your career. Yeah. But Mark, you've had a lot of success outside of football as well. And I would like for you just to tell us about some of the things that you have done since football was over.
Yeah. Well, Rick, it kind of started while I was in Seattle. My agent that I had, he owned some restaurants back in Seattle. And so I kind of got in the restaurant business right when I got to Seattle. So it was kind of a good experience for me. I got in the pizza restaurant business, and so I owned a total of, I had 3 at one time, and which became a lot of work. But the thing about the restaurant business when I started, Rick, what I find funny is, man, even my first year in the league, and so when I got in the restaurant business, I said, well, I need to start from the bottom to find out exactly what's going on. So, man, you wouldn't believe, but my first year playing with Seattle during the off season, dude, I was a pizza delivery guy. And the reason I did that, Ricky, because I needed to know, what my drivers were what they were having to deal with. So it was it's one of those jobs where it was the best job that I've ever had, but being the situation that I was in, it was kind of a weird situation.
Yeah, exactly. That's the last thing you
NFL player, yeah. And then, and of course, in Seattle, it's large, but if people kind of, if you're playing in NFL there, they kind of know your face at times. So,
right.
There's a couple of deliveries I went on where I get those looks like, I can seen you somewhere before, but you deliver pizza. But I know you played the guy I'm thinking about plays with Seattle, but no. But that was probably one of the smartest things that I've ever felt like I've done as far as business wise was starting doing pizza deliveries and then owning my own restaurants from there. But and just like I said, that work ethic and just carry it over.
Right.
Now I'm the in-house supervisor at an 8th grade middle school and a defensive coordinator for the defense at Jinx Middle School. And Holly, my wife, she works there as well, and she's been there for 25 years, or 20-something years, quite a while. And so it's kind of a good thing where we kind of get to work together. But I enjoy it, man.
So you still got your hands on with the football thing too, though, right?
Yeah. So I'm big supporter of Oklahoma State. Always, you know how that is, man.
Yeah, right.
Once you got it in your blood, it's in your blood, no matter what. So,
I would like for you to talk a little bit about the things that we do like twice a year when we come down for the golf. Can you kind of share with the public what we do?
Okay, so I'll start that off with this right here, and I know you can probably see it.
Oh man, that's great.
You know what, man, but the golf thing is funny. It's a good event. It's something we do every year.
Well, before you go into that, what was that you were showing us, man?
Oh, this is you can't see the 7 on there. You don't see the golf thing. You have it upside down. Now, Ben, I'll tell you this story about this ball here.
All right.
You gave me this ball. And I don't even know if you remember. You gave me this ball about 7 years ago, man. We were playing at Hard Rock in Catoosa at the golf course there, and this is how we met. I mean, I didn't know you, you didn't know me, and you were just at the hole next to me. And this is why I say, man, I mean, the smallest things bring people together. And that's what I like about our situation, man. we opposite teams, never met one another, but this golf ball here brought, our friendship together, and, and we haven't stopped since then. But, you were just over there, and you say, hey, man, I got a ball for you. I said, okay, we'll throw it over. And I remember you throwing it over, and I'm like, man, why is this cat giving me a red golf ball? And Rick, even there, like I said, I didn't know you, and I didn't know your story, man. I'd never heard your story. I didn't, what I'm saying? I just didn't know anything about it. And what's so cool about it is, and after I did get to know you and find out your whole story, man, I was like, man, this cat here didn't know me from Adam and Eve, and we got bonded and a friendship over a small golf ball. Yeah. And man, it's just just wonderful.
Well, I'll tell y'all this too. That red golf ball, I play with these red golf balls, and I have a Sharpie with me, so I put number 7 on them. Yeah. And the logic behind it is I'm not very good at golf. So the minute the ball I tee off and it goes way left or way right, it instantly becomes a souvenir. Because I'm not going looking for nothing.
No, you did, and that's why I had it.
I'm not going over there. Yeah, I ain't going to. If it's in the rough, oh man, that's here. I got a bag full of red golf balls, so I just grab another one to keep playing. But no, I give those out, man, to people, and I really don't even know why I do it, but I'm glad I do that because I mean, like you say, it started a friendship. We've been able to have
it's an icebreaker, man, and and I understand. There's a lot of cats, in the league and things, and you just don't find a lot of genuine, cats going around, man. So when you do meet a real one, it's something special. It's something you hold on to, and I think that's why you and I, I mean, it doesn't matter where we at, what city we in, where we, as soon as I see you or you see me, it's on from there.
It's like we've been together all along.
Yeah, for sure.
But Mark, share with them about going to the hospitals, man. Like when we go to the the very first year that we did that we went to the Children's Hospital here in Tulsa. It was, it was just one of those eye-opening experiences, man. And you just never know, because the funny story, man, probably the first year that we went, and Holly and I had we had just kind of gotten together and seeing one another, man. And, and I didn't know a lot about her family, and she, just didn't know a lot about mine. But there was a little girl that came up and spoke to us while we were in a group. And then, just long story short, come to find out, it's Holly's niece, or cousin that I didn't even know that she was in the hospital there. But yeah, going to the Children's Hospital, man, and that's one thing, Randy, those guys kind of set up for us, man, and you get so much out of it, man, because it brings you down all the way down to. That's a humbling experience.
The baseline, yeah, for sure, man. It just brings you the baseline and nothing else, and you feel so bad for the kids, but you feel good about yourself because no matter what I'm going through or what's happening with my life or what's going on that day, man, nothing compares to what those kids have to go through. And it's just a good thing for them to do.
You're absolutely right. And the reason why I'm thinking is, I remember the first time I did it, I went in that room, and when you look at a kid that maybe, I'm just making up for an example, say a kid 9 years old, and that kid has already been diagnosed, and that kid knows that they're not going to see 10.
Yeah.
Man, and then the parents are there with them.
Yeah.
And it's just, you give them a football that we done all sit down there and autograph, and then you take a picture with them. Yeah. But when you walk out of that room, you're right. It takes away all the complaints.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
As an adult that you could have, I mean, it's like, how can I complain about anything when I just left a room where a kid was 9 and they're not going to see 10.
Yeah. Man, I feel you on that one, man. But like it's a great thing that we're able to do that and go in and at least for that moment, kind of get them out of that.
Yeah,
zone
just
that
for,
they're in.
even though it's temporary.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I
Yeah.
mean, and just to see the smiles on their faces, man.
Right.
Yeah. And then, trying to figure out which team they want to cheer for, OU or Oklahoma State, and then we throw the Nebraska in there too. But it's a good feeling, man. But it's a good program.
But I got to give a big shout out to Randy Allison too.
Yeah.
Because Randy's the one responsible for bringing us down there.
Yeah.
And, and they raised a lot of money for that hospital, to help pay for the bills so that the families can just focus on spending time with their loved ones versus worrying about how we're going to pay for this.
Oh, yeah. Randy has always been a big supporter of, Children's Hospital. And Randy also supports my nonprofit group that I have here with Cowboys.
Yeah. Tell us about that, man.
So what we have here, it's Ricky, it's called Cowboys in the Community, and it's just some former players. I mean, but we're really trying to get baseball, softball, basketball, and all we do, man, we do a fundraiser. We do a couple of fundraisers every year. Matter of fact, yesterday, that's why I'm kind of looking a little tired yesterday, because we did a cornhole tournament, and we had about 18 teams and double elimination. So it was a full day yesterday.
Wow.
And so we partner up with Special Olympics of Jinx, and also the Dream Center. It's here in Tulsa. And the Dream Center is our main thing for Christmas time. It's just, gathering toys for the kids and getting donations that we can. And we go out and we get as many toys as we can. And then we take it to the Dream Center right about 2 weeks before Christmas. And then we get them wrapped up and, make sure somebody has something up under the tree every year. And also for our Special Olympics of Jinx, we partnered up with them, and man, so we try to help them, go on trips if they have to, feed them if they need to, and just give them some extra funds, man, to kind of get through this economy and everything else that we have going on.
And that's my point right there. When I started to show off, I talk about humility, humbleness, gratefulness. Those are the type of things that your foundation is doing exactly what I'm talking about, helping people that are maybe not saying down on their luck a little bit. Let's just put it like that. No, it does need a little help.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I talked to a guy yesterday, and he was kind of explaining the same thing, and he said, "Man, that's what it's about. It's just giving somebody a little help, so that they can make it through, whatever they're going through. I mean, it's not taking the burden and everything off of, the full burden off of them. I mean, it's just giving a hand, a stepping hand. It's like helping somebody out the door, man. But we got a good group of guys, man. And I'm not gonna be able to name all of them, but like Melvin, Dave, Dave. I got oh man, Scott. Just a bunch of former players that kind of go out and do everything that I asked them to do, because I'm kind of demanding when it comes to that, because I think we got to do things correct and make sure that we're responsible. And so I ask a lot of my guys to do a lot of things and going that extra mile, even with my wife, she's on board with us as well. And so it's just something that I felt like we needed to do. And we kind of talked about it. And so we're trying to get another group started up in Oklahoma City as well, man, so that we can kind of be able to reach both ends of them and, just spread as much love as we can, man.
I think that's very smart, Mark. And I'm going to tell you, when you said the part about being demanding and making sure you're doing it the right way,
yeah,
I agree with that, because when you're not doing things the right way, they look to take situations and organizations like what you're doing and what I do. They try to take it down for some reason.
Yeah, and those are those people that you and I always talk about that we don't want to be associated with. I mean, we're not trying to get all this negative press. I mean, there's too many good things going on. There's too many good people out there doing good things, man, that we don't even have to focus. And I'm like you, we don't even have to focus on that negative stuff. They can take it somewhere else and do what they want to do with it, but we're gonna continue to do what we do to make a difference.
Okay, hey, Mark, we're going to take another quick break, and then we're going to come back and wrap up. But, man, don't y'all go nowhere. This is 93.7. The Tickets to get you happy on out.
There's nothing quite like the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese Beef. The Mercado offers unique ingredients you can't find anywhere else, open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The full-service butcher shop and retail store is wonderful for meat lovers with their exclusive certified Piedmontese beef and assorted sausages, plus other quality meats, including pork, chicken, and a wide range of the freshest seafood. Plus, every Friday from 11 to 2, the Mercado serves up the best lunch in town on their Friday Feast menu. Stop in at the Mercado today at 84th and Havelock or visit their website at cpmercado.com to see current deals.
Take your internet service to new levels with Allo, your award-winning internet provider across our fiber hoods. Allo isn't just about the fastest internet available. It's about connecting you to your world, work, and play seamlessly. Our award-winning service ensures affordable, secure, and reliable connectivity, setting us apart. Ready to transform your internet experience? Experience the fiber difference today. Sign up now at allofiber.com. Allo, connecting your world.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstorats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Keep summer green with Judson Bailene and Judson Irrigation. More than 40 years ago, Judson Irrigation started taking in orphans. Lawn sprinkler systems installed by a quickie, cheapy summer job, install them and forget them outfit, long forgotten. Call Judson Irrigation. They'll never forget you.
Keep summer green. Call Judson Irrigation 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
There are over 1,000 kids in Cedars care today. We're here to ensure that each of them receives safety and stability they deserve. But we need your help. A gift to Cedars will make an immediate impact on Lincoln's kids. And on Give to Lincoln Day, your gift goes even further with the available matching funds. I'm Jim Blue, president of the Cedars organization, and I'm asking you to go to givetolincolnday.com to make your gift to Cedars and support Lincoln kids today.
Breathe easier inside your home with Bryant. Eliminate allergens and odors and control humidity too. For a breath of fresh air, call 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. Spring is here. Summer is fast approaching. With weddings, vacations, and weekend getaways on your mind, do not let car issues prevent you from getting where you need to be. Car problems shouldn't be something that you put up with. Let us get you back on the road in comfort and safety. We diagnose all makes and models from Porsches to Hondas, Toyotas, and Chevrolets. We fix a variety of issues with all of them with our talented techs and our experienced staff. A1 Automotive at 11th and L, downtown Lincoln, always honest answers.
Back to the Get Your Happy On Hour, featuring former Husker receiver Ricky Simmons.
And we're back. Hey, Ben, before we get ready to go into the wrap-up, man, we got any more comments, man?
Oh, yeah, we have a few more comments. David said, amen, guys. He messaged earlier, but just wanted to read that one. Kim Kelly said, Randy Allison is the real deal.
Big shout out to Kim Kelly.
And then there's one more. Roberta Bell said, Mark, thank you for sharing your love to the community.
There you go. Roberta Bell, you keep doing what you're doing as well, because I'm proud of you too, because it's not a lot of us doing what we do, but hey, I'm trying to give love and show love to everybody that does what we're doing because it's very, very needed. Mark, man, like we was talking before the break, I know a lot of negativity is out here, but I love the fact that you created something that's going to help people. And, I just think that's so needed. It doesn't get the attention that negativity gets, but I still say it's worth it, even though we don't get the credit.
Yeah, it is, Rick. But the reason why is because I need to. I'm gonna give you these names real quick, man, because they need a shout out real quick.
Okay, yeah, do you think?
It's my group. It's Dave, Rick, Scott, Wade, T-Row, Melvin, Ken, Kenny, Sean, Kevin, Shannon, Bud, Adam, Marco, Heath, and Ronnie. And I probably missed somebody, man, but I really want to give them cats a shout out, man, because I'm telling you.
A big shout out to everybody that's part of that, man, because that's all positive.
Yeah, they do what I need them to do, man, and I can't, there's no way that I can get this done without them. So I just wanted to make sure they know, man, I love them, and I know I'm tough on them sometimes, Rick, but like I said, we got to do it, and if we're gonna do it, let's do it right.
Yeah, but you're showing love at the same time, and that's the most important part. I just think that a lot of times in our society, and I've said this several times, and I will continue to say it even more, is I just think we need to give credit where credit's due, instead of giving negativity so much attention.
Yeah. No, I just no need for it, man. I mean, we got too much love out here, and there's too many cats. There's too many cats that want to bond together and get together and do what's right. So, if anybody's out there that want to reach out to us, just check us out on Facebook.
How can they reach out to you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm more than welcome to give my information out. I don't care who calls me; it's fine. But you can reach us on Facebook at Cowboys in the Community, or you can reach my email is markmoore568@gmail.com. And what we do is it's all about our community. If there's somebody out there that needs help moving, somebody that needs the yard swept, it doesn't matter. We've done that before. We went in and we've kind of reconstructed the bathroom. We do whatever we can do. If we can't do it, we'll try to find somebody that can help you out with it, man.
Hey, man, that's just huge, period, man. And big shout out to all the guys I know a lot of those guys that you mentioned.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I got mad respect from all of them. But, man, as long as you're doing something to help the community, man, I think that's a plus. That's a win.
Yeah, man.
Mark,
we can't do everything.
Yeah, hey, Mark, I got one last question before I let you go, okay?
Oh, no doubt.
All the things you done shared with us, man, when you do get a little downtime, how do you get your happy on?
Man, you know me. It's all about fishing for me. But when I'm not fishing, I'm trying to get my groove on like you, man. You know how we do it, bro. Hey, it's a Texas thing, baby.
It's a Texas thing, y'all. We can't help ourselves.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to thank Mark Moore, man, for tuning in. I also want to thank everybody, man, out there for just listening to the show, because we try to bring some positive here. And I just want y'all to know, man, that every day you blessed to see, it truly is another day in paradise. And like my boy Mark just said, every day you blessed to see, you got to get your happy on. Go! Thank y'all for tuning in. We'll see you next Sunday.
The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, and you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting to your vacation spot comfortably, or is your car letting you down?